Welcome to You Son of a Witch. We're gonna be we're doing a wizarding probe this week
Right.
into two stories, two flash fiction stories actually,
Okay.
about some magical teens and some extraordinary challenges that they face.
Alrighty.
So we know our listeners like to get to the good stuff quickly.
Like,
So we've extracted all the fascinating elements for you.
yeah.
Get ready for a shortcut into these really imaginative worlds.
I love a shortcut.
Yeah.
So I gotta say right off the bat, what strikes me is how different these magic systems seem.
Yeah.
These aren't your typical spellcasters.
No, they're not. And first up, we've got Enchantment's Edge.
Okay.
So picture this. You've got this teenager named Olivia, and her unique power is enchanting emotions.
Enchanting emotions, huh?
Just think about that for a second.
That's pretty powerful.
The possibilities. Like, she can make bullies cry just by, hitting them with a really sad memory.
Oh, wow.
Or she could fill a classroom with laughter.
That's awesome.
Just pure joy.
I like her already.
Right. But she's not your typical, hero.
Right.
She uses her powers in practical ways, sometimes a little mischievously.
Okay.
But here's the twist for you.
Yeah.
What happens when she comes up against these magical creatures and they're totally immune to her emotional enchantment?
Oh, that's got to be a problem.
This story throws Olivia right into this crazy high-stakes situation.
Yeah.
And her usual, tricks, they just don't work.
Well, that's interesting because
Yeah.
it makes you think about the limits of any power,
Yeah.
Even one that seems as flexible as, messing with people's emotions.
Right.
The fact that these creatures just ignore it instantly,
Yeah.
throws a wrench in the works.
Yeah.
It really makes you think about how magic works in this world.
Totally.
Like, why are they immune? The story kind of hints that they're not like anything she's ever read about.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're unnatural.
Right.
So that implies that their magic is fundamentally different somehow.
Yeah.
It's like maybe all magic, even something as basic as emotions, has this underlying structure.
Yeah.
And if you can disrupt that structure, then you can bypass their immunity.
Oh, that's a cool thought.
Makes you wonder if other types of magic work the same way.
Yeah, like with hidden rules.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
So then we move on to Necromancy's Shadow.
Right.
And we meet Mary, who was raised not by, parents, but by ghosts
Ghosts.
in a graveyard.
That's a unique upbringing.
Talk about a unique atmosphere, right? And her necromancy, it's not about, raising the dead or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Right.
It's more subtle. She can coax memories out of dead bodies and sense traces of magic that are still lingering around.
Oh, so she's more of a detective.
Yeah, and she believes her parents didn't actually die in that car accident that everyone talks about.
What does she think happened?
She thinks they were taken.
Oh, wow.
And so her search for the truth leads her into this hidden magical underbelly of the city.
So she goes from this quiet graveyard to this bustling city.
Yeah, it's a total contrast.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
And I love that contrast.
Yeah.
It really highlights how you can find peace in unexpected places, but also danger.
Right.
Her powers, too, they're described as being less flashy than fireballs.
Right.
And that emphasizes a different side of magic. It's not all about brute force.
Yeah.
It's about connection and learning from the past.
Exactly.
Makes her search for the truth even more interesting.
Absolutely. So our mission in this wizarding probe
Yeah.
is to explore how these teens, with these impossible challenges,
Right.
how do they adapt? How do they find new depths within themselves and their magic?
Oh, and
Okay, so let's start with Olivia.
all right, Olivia.
So she's got this amazing ability to, control emotions,
Yeah.
joy to disarm people, sorrow to make them think.
It's like she's got the key to social interaction.
Right, but then she tries her usual trick, blasting this creature with joy. It doesn't work.
And what happened?
It just roars at her and lunges.
Oh, so much for disarming.
Yeah, it's like her main tool is completely useless.
That's got to be scary.
And it makes you think, she was so good at dealing with everyday teenage stuff.
Oh, yeah. Turning a bully's insults into genuine regret. That's brilliant.
Right. But these creatures, they're different.
They don't react to emotions the way humans do.
The story even says they just shrug off someone's panic like it's nothing.
That's chilling.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, what are these creatures really?
What's their nature?
Yeah. And then in this moment of desperation, she lashes out.
With what?
Not with an emotion, but with the creature's own, wrongness.
Their wrongness.
Yeah, that dissonance.
That's interesting.
And it works.
What do you mean it works?
I mean, it doesn't hurt the creature,
Okay.
but it disorients it.
Oh, so it throws it off balance.
Yeah, it stumbles, it retreats.
Wow.
And this is a huge turning point for Olivia because she has to move beyond just, simple emotions.
Right.
And tap into something deeper.
A deeper understanding of magic.
And the story uses this really cool description.
What's that?
It says, it's like twisting a note out of tune not to hurt, but to reject.
I like that.
Yeah, it's not manipulation anymore, it's disruption.
Right.
And her headmaster actually kind of points her in this direction.
What does he say?
He tells her to focus on the uncomfortable stuff, envy, loneliness, the stuff she usually avoids.
Interesting. So her emotional baggage becomes her weapon.
In a way, yeah. And the story mentions that she realizes her emotional combat was more art than science.
So she wasn't really in control.
Exactly. And maybe that's a weakness she needs to overcome.
To master this new kind of magic.
But it could also be an advantage.
How so?
Because it makes her unpredictable.
Right.
If her magic isn't easily defined, then how can her enemies counter it?
That's a good point.
And then the story describes her second attempt. She hits this creature with a simmering knot of jealousy.
Yeah.
And it reacts like it's been scalded.
So it's definitely effective.
Yeah. She's moving away from harmony and finding power in disharmony.
That's a cool concept.
And it makes you wonder what else she could do.
Yeah, like could she amplify those feelings of wrongness in other magical beings?
Maybe even create a feedback loop by targeting them with their own dissonance.
Now that's a thought.
So let's switch gears now.
All right.
Let's talk about Maggie and necromancy's shadow.
All right, Maggie.
Raised by ghosts in a graveyard.
We talked about that.
I mean, that's just so different.
Yeah, it sets her apart from, your average teenager.
She's more comfortable with the dead than the living.
And those ghosts, they're her family.
Yeah, like old Mrs. Finch and Gravedigger Pete, they give her a sense of normalcy.
In this very unusual life.
And her necromancy is all about information and connection to the past.
Not zombies and skeletons.
Right, and it's refreshing,
It is. It's like a different way of looking at necromancy.
And Maggie is driven by this belief that her parents were too powerful to die in a car crash.
Yeah.
She even makes an oath on their graves to find out the truth.
That's heavy stuff.
Yeah, and it creates this conflict because her parents told her never to touch magic.
But she has to use magic to find out what happened to them.
Exactly. She's torn between honoring their wishes and finding answers.
That's a tough spot.
And her search takes her to the city, a place she's only read about.
A big city.
And she ends up working these odd jobs using her powers.
Like what kind of jobs?
It's like gathering whispers from a spirit trapped in a hair clip.
Oh, yeah.
Or sensing if someone used forbidden potions.
She's like a magical detective.
Exactly. And the trail leads her to this opulent ballroom.
Quite a change from the graveyard.
And she spells her father's scent, but it's mixed with this rotten and sharp smell.
That doesn't sound good.
And this is where she meets her father, and it's a huge turning point.
What happens?
Well, the story compares him to an elegant viper.
Okay.
He acts all concerned, but something's not right. Her mother's echo is missing, and there are all these ghostly figures trapped in this horrible waltz.
So he's not the loving father she imagined.
And then he offers her a chance to join him to reshape the world.
The classic villain pitch.
But it's even more messed up because this is her dad,
Yeah, the person she's been searching for.
And this is where Maggie's powers become surprisingly effective.
How so?
She doesn't fight him directly.
What does she do?
She uses her connection to the spirits to disrupt his control.
That's clever.
Her magic is described as sloppy and precise, but hers?
She's making it up as she goes along.
Yeah, she's resourceful.
So how does she break his control?
She injects Pete's warmth into ice to free some spirits.
Oh, wow.
And Mrs. Finch's stubbornness into a chandelier to break it.
That's amazing. She's using their qualities to her advantage.
And it works. Her father's control crumbles. His guests turn on him.
And she escapes.
Yeah, and she realizes she's not that naive girl anymore.
She's changed.
She's a wild card.
And the story ends with her thinking that being dangerous is more thrilling than being safe.
So it sounds like she's ready to face this dark, magical world head on.
That's quite an ending.
So what did we learn in this wizarding probe of enchantment's edge and necromancy's shadow?
Yeah, what did we learn?
Well, in Olivia's story, we saw how she had to face enemies that were immune to her usual tricks.
Right.
And she had to dig deep and use those uncomfortable emotions she usually avoided.
And it worked.
It did. And it makes you think, what does it say about magic in her world?
Yeah, and how do you fight something that's unnatural?
Then there's Maggie, who discovered that her father was not who she thought he was.
And her powers had to evolve to survive.
Yeah, she went from subtle magic to something much more disruptive.
I like how she used her connection to the ghosts to fight back.
Yeah, it was really clever.
Both of these stories show how these teens had to adapt and grow.
They had to go beyond their initial understanding of their powers.
That's a good lesson for everyone.
It is. So think about it. What happens when the rules of magic don't apply?
Yeah.
What hidden potential might be lurking in abilities that seem limited?
I like that.
These stories give us a glimpse into the unpredictable nature of magic.
And the resilience of those who wield it.
And if these tales have sparked your imagination, be sure to rate and follow you, son of a witch.
For more wizarding probes into the world of flash fiction.
See you next time.